You serious?
This is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
Is he?
Yeah.
And I'm Funk Butcher.
There are many ways to kill some time out there, but right now you're killing some time with us.
Yes, you can listen to the show with any type of phone or computer you have at howtokillanhour.com.
Yes, and you can see the things that we talk about on the show. Where can we do that, Funk?
howtokillanhour.com/blog.
Sorry, had a bit of Pepsi Max.
Jeez.
Not getting paid for that advertisement. Hello. On the social media to Podcast Goals, Kelly Roche, Ryan Foland, Panopoly, Tech Now, Drive Now UK, and PA Causey.
Shout outs also to Little Miss Ent, Richard Fenton, Jan Schneider, Simon Sander, and Andy.
Also, shout out to the Shout Out Network, who are having us down at their Shout Out Live, the first ever podcast festival that they're putting together in the UK.
I'm looking forward to that.
The full details we actually have at howtokillanhour.com, but I'll give you a little rundown now. It's called the Shout Out Live Festival, #SoLiveFestival17 at Bedford Way, Russell Square, London on the 5th of August. That's a Saturday, 2017. And it's happening all day. If you want more information about that, go to solivefestival.com and you can check the likes of us, How to Kill an Hour, The Friend Zone, Another Round, Mostly Lit, and loads of other great podcasts as well. Check it out, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, Funk, this show today, we like to kick off a show by talking about something that we've killed some time with.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to be honest, this week of shows, there's going to be a lot of bits and bobs that have come into the studios that we killed some time with. And in front of us, we have got something called the Avegant Glyph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the Avegant Glyph is a very interesting piece of technology. It looks like a pair of, if you look at it from the offset, it looks like a big pair of Beats headphones, doesn't it? It looks like a hefty pair of headphones, but it's also a projector.
Yeah.
And it projects images directly onto your irises via the headband. So if you're listening with earbuds, you can't do this. But imagine you're listening with big ass headphones that go over the top of your head. Now, did you ever, like, my best way of referring what these are like is that I used to watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Yeah. And there was a character called LaForge who was blinded in some sort of horrendous incident that they probably explained in like a side episode.
Yeah.
But he always used to wear like this thing over his eyes that was connected to his ears. So if you have big headphones on and you just push them over your face, over your eyes, he had a visor like that.
If you're not really a Trekkie out there, he was the only black guy in the cast. Apart from the Klingon.
Yeah.
You could tell he was black as well.
Yeah. He was definitely black. He was definitely black. LaForge's trim was all right, though, you know.
LaForge had the fade.
Yeah, he had the fade, but
that fade had to be futuristic.
He had volume on the fade as well. He had volume at the top, and I never saw him getting a haircut, so maybe he had one of those futuristic barbers that just lined him up once, and technology kept him lined up. Or maybe that's what he was wearing on his face. It was a bit of technology to keep his lined up.
So in terms of Star Trek, if you're not a Trekkie, there's only really two kind of worlds of Star Trek that have any significance, and that's the one that William Shatner was in, and the one Patrick Stewart was in, and all the rest, like, no one really knows about or cares about.
Patrick Stewart was cool, and then William Shatner just fucked everything. That's what it was. You green? I'm fucking. You orange? I'm fucking.
So basically, once again, this is technology that has been seen in popular culture. That's eventually been made. It's the same thing with the Motorola flip phone. That came from Star Trek, didn't it?
Of course. And iPads.
Yep.
iPads, they used to land on they used to tap us. Sorry, Avegant Glyph, we'll get back to this. They used to land on a planet and they used to take out an iPad, type in, open an app. That's what they did. Probably send a couple of WhatsApps as well. You know, when they're pretending to get readings from the surface. Oh, the surface is actually quite humid. They've done that already within 5 minutes. They got an app for that. They're just sending WhatsApps and emails. Anyway, the Avegant Glyph is a pair of headphones which you can actually use as a projector onto your eyes. Now, it's got this patented retinal imaging technology which we could bang on about in terms of how it works. But let's just give you the actual experience. So what's interesting about this is that it's not VR, because we could have just called it that, because VR, Funk, in it, you put something on and you can't see the outside world. With these, you're wearing a band which projects images onto your eyes, but you can still see what's around you. So I could pick up a drink and have a sip of it while I'm watching a film on it, or in terms of inputs, you can plug your laptop into it and work with it. You know, we even found a way with an adapter to watch, you know, YouTube videos off an iPhone with it. It's kind of a nice little way of checking out stuff. And there is a 3D mode on it as well. So if you can find 3D videos on the internet, you can press a button and it gives you a nice 3D effect. In terms of sound, I think it was really good at masking out the outside sound.
The sound is incredible.
Yeah, because I noticed I was talking to Funk while he was wearing it, and I thought he was ignoring me. Visually though, for me, it took a long time for me to set up though and get it straight for me. Like there's loads of, because it's projecting onto your eyeballs. All of our eyeballs sit on different places on our faces, so you need there's a range of different nose bands.
Some people have got eyes like geckos on the side of their head, so
some people are half deer, half human, so they need to put them all the way wide.
Some people look like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, some people like Jar Jar Binks.
Eyes are up here.
Yeah, so
the top of your head.
So whatever kind of eyes you have got, it's there for. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. The 3D effect was great for me. I think it sounded good. It charges it. You give it a charge as well, so it holds its own charge. And anything that outputs 720p, you can watch. I watched a bit of Sky TV. I had to change my Sky TV box though. I've plugged it into my phone, plug it into my lappy. If I'm honest, Funk, when you set it up, you had a little bit of trouble, like calibrating it perfectly for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know if like anatomically the dimensions of my face are conflicting with this product, but when I did kind of get the calibration right, I could see that the quality of the image was really nice, really sharp and whatnot. So I can see that it has got definitely a lot of potential to kind of get that movie experience on the go. You just flip your headband down and you're in the cinema.
Yeah, I like that.
One swift move. Look at the wrist.
One minute I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. The second moment I'm watching reruns of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yes.
Incredible. So it has got a lot of potential, but again, the only thing is kind of bringing a certain level of uniformity when it does calibrate, that everyone is able to kind of find settings which are suitable to their eyes and their face dimensions pretty quickly. Because for you were doing it within like, I don't know, 20-30 seconds, and I was there for like good like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it's because I've done it a few times, so I'm good with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm fine with it. So that's why I guess I found it easy. But yeah, I think it's a good unit. It's not VR, but you can use it to watch 3D stuff. So it's not like, don't think this is going to replace your like need for a PS4 VR and stuff like that.
It isn't marketed as VR though, anyway.
No. It's marketed specifically as what it is. There's nothing really like it at Avegant Glyph. There's nothing really that I know that projects that sort of image onto your eyes. It's a good sort of, the tech feels well made. It's got a good weighted design.
Yeah.
I don't know. After a little while, I suppose on it, you got to make sure you use the special nose things on it, because there is like a stock bridge like cushion for it, and I think that's not really got enough padding, but you can whip another one out of the box that comes with it and use it. Okay. So that's Avegant Glyph. Check that all out at howtokillanhour.com/blog. Next thing, Funk, is we got sent this app called Sleepy Mouse. Sleepy Mouse is what we got sent. Actually, you know what? I like it because it was quite nice. A guy called Dan just sent an email in and said, "Hey guys, I saw you doing a few reviews for games and stuff. I wondered if you'd like to try out my app." Yeah, so shout out to Dan Norris from Sleepy Mouse. Sleepy Mouse is about a mouse that loves his cheese and doesn't want to wake up hungry. And the aim of the game is to get the cheese to the mouse before they wake up.
Okay.
All right. The easiest way of me describing this is it's like top-down physics-based game. So imagine like pinball, but you got to fire a ball of cheese at a mouse. Level 1 is you pull back, you let go of the cheese ball, and it kind of like a slingshot. You pull back, let go, and the cheese flies into the mouse's mouth or into his bed, because you like to see a bit of cheese in bed. And obviously, as the levels get more and more progressive, you've got to like bounce the cheese off walls, get it round corners. It looks a little bit like one of my other favorite games, which is cut the rope.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, as you get further and further into the game, you've got to bounce the cheese off other different walls, earn silver, gold, and bronze stars by completing each of the levels in certain different ways and with a certain amount of shots or with certain rebounds. And I don't want to brag or anything like that, but I might be in the top 10 in the world right now. I might have completed all the levels at gold. So yeah, that's Sleepy Mouse, man. It's on Apple and Android. Did you get to play it, Funk? Because I did send it over to you.
No, I didn't get a chance to play that one.
No?
I was kind of playing the new Lego game.
Oh! Yeah. Talk to me about that, bro.
So this new Lego game, what's the name of it again?
Lego. That's it. So it's just called Lego.
It's just called Lego.
That's what we call it.
They're actually just swamping. I think it's testament to the ingenuity of Lego at the moment. They are everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere. They're at the cinemas. They're on your PlayStations, in the consoles.
It's not really. It's called Lego Worlds. I'm only messing. Yeah. Lego Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah. But even then, that title doesn't describe what has actually happened with this one. This one kind of harks to the 80s cop films. In terms of its dialogue and its narrative, you play this character called Chase McCain, and it's what's funny about Lego is that obviously it's initially supposed to be something marketed for children, but the jokes in it are so of our generation and for the adults that you sometimes you wonder are these going to go over the children's heads. So obviously over here in the UK, we had half term, and I was sitting home with my eldest son. We was playing it. And some of the jokes, he was literally playing the game, but some of the jokes he obviously wasn't getting because he hasn't got the plethora of knowledge of films like Tango and Cash and Lethal Weapon.
So they pay homage to stuff like that in the game?
Yeah, slightly, with the whole kind of the angry police commissioner, and you're this detective that's been pushed out of the city, but you're the only hope for the city. So you're called back in to capture this criminal that you've caught before. So you have this history with this felon that you need to bring to justice. So it kind of like takes so many cliches from that genre of cop of 80s cop drama, but it's a lot of fun, I would say, and it's nice to see the Lego once again bridging the generations of young and old.
What's the gameplay like in the game?
The gameplay, for someone that's obviously never played a Lego title because they might feel like it's maybe too young for them, a bit too juvenile. It's like the most family friendly GTA game that you could possibly make. Like literally, it's wide open landscape, so you've got your own actual Lego city that you can kind of venture around, and you can collect little gems. And what's funny is that they actually input the Lego themes, so you can actually build stuff from scratch or destroy stuff and rebuild it, and you can actually see the Lego parts being built. But literally everything in the game is kind of like CGI Lego pieces, even the cars. And yeah, it's just the part of the game that really leaps at you is the actual personalities in the characters. They're taking a lot of time, a lot of effort into bringing these personalities to life with the dialogue. So I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
So you'd say that the lack of, because let's be honest, it's not going to be the most graphically advanced game.
It isn't, but it's not supposed to. I mean, I think it's targeted the fun aspect. So the gameplay for the kind of the age group it's trying to attract is spot on. And then obviously they've put in something else in there in terms of the characters and the personalities, because they know that parents will probably be alongside watching their children playing it, and the kind of jokes that they put in there, which is similar to a lot of the kids cartoons these days, where the jokes are kind of
double-headed. I think that's part of winning over a kid is also winning over their parents as well, because they'll want to go and get the next game or watch the next film. Like Shrek, they were a great bunch of films with adult jokes and kids jokes in them as well.
You got to win over the parents. They're the ones with the credit cards.
Hell yes. So Lego Worlds, a 7 out of 10. Can you play it with someone else at the same time, or is it a game that you have to play one player?
I only played the one player feature, but so I'm not too sure on that.
Alright, cool. I just didn't know you played it alongside someone else or not. So yeah, man, Lego Worlds, again, check that out at howtokillanhour.com. I'm curious to see the sort of brick by brick editor thing where you can make anything. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Lego, you know what? Lego have really stood the test of time, you know.
Yeah, it has.
Other people that make toys should really learn from Lego. Like Lego were something that you could, if someone said to me Lego game 15 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, how are you going to make a Lego game? But now I wouldn't be surprised if Lego games are outselling Lego itself.
Well, we're kind of reviewing a Lego product like at least every 3 months on How to Kill an Hour.
Lego everywhere.
Yeah.
Lego. So, Funk, Apple is just like a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Monster. More money than the US government, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that a few times.
Yep.
Another story about Apple circling the internet about their money and about how they're using it. Apparently, they're weighing up the options of buying Disney. Disney have bought Star Wars. That's Disney threw $4 billion at Star Wars. They bought Star Wars for $4 billion. So what kind of money do you think Apple potentially throwing around if they're talking about buying Disney?
Like a rough figure?
Yeah. Pull a figure out.
I think they could probably do it with 50, but something tells me they're going to go into the hundreds. 200
billion.
I knew it.
200 billion. Apparently, this is all very apparently-ish because, you only find about this sort of stuff when it happens. Is recently investors have increased their expectations that Apple could seriously consider acquiring Disney, is what the reports are saying. Now, Disney is a massive company. Yeah. Apple is a massive company. If Apple, is it not getting to a stage now we need a monopoly commission to kind of stop Apple from owning so much media output? Are they not stepping on toes?
Well, over at Articulate now, we always kind of have a trend of
guessing,
sowing a seed.
Yeah. Maybe they're waiting for us to see what we say.
Yeah, sowing a seed which later comes to fruition. I remember we had a talk on Apple venturing into the TV industry, and I said, I think I said that the only way Apple can reclaim its position, because Netflix and Disney with Marvel and the LucasArts films and Pixar, is it as well?
Mm-hmm.
They've got that monopoly over the film industry. That's their main competitor.
Yeah.
The only way they kind of reclaim that ground is if they take them out, and look what's happened now. So they're well aware that when it comes to summer at the box office, even now, if you look at the views on some of the recent trailers coming out this year, so we've got 4. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got the new Return of the Jedi trailer, which came out last week, all under Disney. And the only thing that's really competing with them on the kind of perspective level is Justice League.
Yeah, and is that really going to do the same? I don't think it's going to.
It's not going to do it's not going to do similar numbers. So Apple they've obviously got their ear to the ground, which has obviously made them like a leading company, and they're seeing that the only way to kind of get a foothold in that market is just by absolving these competitors that are in the way.
So you for it then? You're cool with it then?
No, because like I said before, I'm not a big fan of monopolies, but I could see this happening.
Yeah,
this is always going to happen. It's too long a road for Apple to develop the kind of catalog, the kind of business that companies like Marvel and Disney have been doing their whole entire career.
Yeah, let's just buy it, innit? Let's not try and develop another iPhone because we're fucking good at making the iPhone. Yeah. Let's not try and create another app store because that's great.
Yeah,
we've got 200 bills sitting in the bank.
Yeah,
let's buy some. Let's buy a studio.
Yeah,
let's become the biggest media output in the world. Wow, with all that tech as well. So does that mean we could be seeing? Is this feasible then, Funk? Or how feasible is this? Shall I say? A film produced and developed by Apple, exclusive access via, it's not going to be iMovies, that's a program, Apple Movies, and cinema quality content coming straight to you on your Apple subscription, not bypassing cinema. Cinema's not even necessary.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's the sort of thing that we're looking at?
That's where we're going.
Going to war with Netflix.
Yeah. I think we're even going to go one step further because I don't know if you saw over the kind of the marketing campaign for the last Avengers film. What they did is that Microsoft had a big marketing campaign where they were showcasing that the CGI imageries, the computers used to make them were PCs.
Yeah.
So I can see Apple trying to kind of reclaim that ground also, that consumer confidence by pushing their technology into not only developing and making these pictures, but also at the back end servicing them through their so they get the whole 360.
So weighty. It's crazy. Well, we can only see how that goes. I mean, we've made our full prediction. Actually, do you think they'll get it? Do you think they'll acquire it, Apple?
I can't see why not. The only thing I could see Disney like stalling on is what is in it for them. They're already a market leader. Like, unless Disney actually want to kind of venture into the more tech side of things, there has to be something else on a hardware perspective that we can't see, that Disney want to kind of venture in. But in terms of the movie side of things, the entertainment side of things, cinema, there's no one really competing with Disney. Every year, I mean, just their Marvel roster alone, I think, goes up to 2021.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel a little bit sad, just quick digression, that we might not be seeing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again. I can't see anyone else being him.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there, brother. Someone said to me the other day, like, what's going to happen to Wolverine now?
Well, Hugh Jackman, as apparently he's going to be in the hot seat to find his successor, and he's been trying to, over the past couple of months, trying to twist the arm of Tom Hardy. And if you go online and you see some designers' impressions of what Tom Hardy would look like as Wolverine, he does look very convincing.
I reckon they should do this, They should just get... Wow, the artist impressions are quite good.
Exactly.
Yeah, just Google Hugh Jackman suggests Tom Hardy. Wow. I reckon instead of that, they should have... Instead of Hardy, they should just CGI Hugh Jackman's face onto a muscly guy every time, like they did with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the last few Terminator films.
But the thing is, though, like, you know me, I'm a comic head, and we're kind of going off the tangent here. But Wolverine, not a lot of people know this. Wolverine is supposed to be 5'1". Hugh Jackman is already way too tall. He's not even like the right character. So a lot of comic heads, we were actually peed off with Hugh Jackman's selection.
Because he was too tall.
Because he was too tall in comparison.
Come on.
That was the whole point of Wolverine. Wolverine was supposed to have short man syndrome.
Okay.
That's why he was supposed to be angry. The berserk rage is because, like, he was like Napoleon Bonaparte, famously a very short height, short-tempered practitioner of war.
Okay.
And this is what Logan was supposed to represent, kind of like this ball of ferocious energy. So already we're not kind of adhering to the...
Is Tom Hardy short enough then?
Tom Hardy is actually... He's not incredibly tall, but...
1.75 meters?
Yeah, he's about 5'9", 5'8".
Is that tall? Is that too tall for a Wolverine for you?
Well, the thing is, he is... When you saw him in Bane, they used certain camera angles to make him look...
High heels. They gave him high heels. He had some stilettos on. So if they were to pan down, everyone would have gone like...
Yeah. He was like Prince.
He was like...
Prince, when Prince played Charlie Murphy, rest in peace, in the basketball game. Apparently, when you watch a story of him and Mickey Free, he is wearing 6-inch heels.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they Tom Cruised him.
Yeah.
Right, anyway. I'm Hardy for Wolverine. No, I reckon just keep using Hugh Jackman's face, man. Anyway, that's that episode of How to Kill an Hour. Check out the Avegant Glyph, Sleepy Mouse game, Lego Worlds, and article about Apple buying Disney at howtokillanhour.com/blog. There's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us.
Peace.